Hi class, welcome to HIS 251 in the third week here at LaSalle University. I am very excited to be able to finally make one of the micro lectures that I've been talking to you guys about or telling you that are in the course here. But with my travels and the internet issues and everything that I've been having lately, it just hasn't happened. So I'm very excited to be able to make one of these for you and to show you what they're all about. So welcome to your first micro lecture. And you're seeing me for the first time. Well, you've seen my picture, but it's different to see it on a live screen here. And I'm very excited to be coming to you this week back from my house. I am back from Kentucky. I have graded almost 1,000 essays at the AP grading, and it's nice to be back home again, as I'm sure you guys can appreciate too when you travel for either business or pleasure. With that said, a couple of things that need to be addressed here this week. I need to let you know that I'm teaching 2 courses this summer, and I would appreciate it if you could put when you email me in the LaSalle email, if you could put in there, this is so-and-so from HIS 251 or 151, because there's about 25 kids in each class or students, and it's difficult to figure out who's in what class just by an email. And since the courses are sort of set up very similarly, it's hard for me to figure out which course is having the problem or which issue you're talking to me about from what class. So if you say the quiz isn't working, I don't know which course you mean, the 151 or 251. So please, in the future, address either in your emails, the little bar there that says what this email is about, or in the first sentence just say, I'm in 151 or I'm in 251. That'll be great if you could do that. That would help me out a lot. The second thing is I am working on getting your stuff graded, so please be looking back into the old discussion boards for comments on your discussions, questions I might be asking you, and any kind of feedback. You also will be getting feedback shortly, today or tomorrow, about your first primary source papers. So if you were the first group to do that in week 1, please be checking the My Grades to see what's coming up for you. You probably have some feedback in there about your first papers. For the third week of our course here, what you're going to be doing is you'll be doing the normal stuff that you've been doing, the quiz, the primary source, or the discussion board. And this week we add in our first blog. Your blog for HIS 251 is on a wonderful book called Things Fall Apart by a man named Chinua Achebe. And he wrote this book as a reaction against another book that had been written by a British man named Joseph Conrad called The Heart of Darkness. Now, the selection that you're going to read is going to be a comparative piece between the two. And you're going to read a little bit from Heart of Darkness, and then you're going to read a little bit from the Things Fall Apart. And from there, you're going to go onto the blog and respond to these 2 pieces of literature. And they both address the issue of imperialism in Africa at the late 1800s, early 1900s time period. And you're going to need to address some of the major concepts that are being brought up. What is Achebe talking about in his book and his selection versus what is Conrad talking about? So please make sure you get into that blog early, because there's some requirements that ask you to respond to other people, respond to classmates, respond to myself. So make sure you get into that blog and you are active and doing what you need to do. The other thing that you need to be mindful of is that it's the third week of class, and you need to make sure that you're getting all your things in on time, that you're asking the questions you need to ask if you are confused or you have issues. And a good time to do that, if you have any questions or things that you need to address with me, is in our WIMBA session, and I promise you it's happening this week. I'm not canceling it. There's going to be hopefully no issues, and I am home. My internet works, so I will be looking for you on, it looks like Thursday, the 16th at 7:30 p.m. in WIMBA. If you can't make it, please check in on Friday or after you get done work on Thursday or you're done your class, and you can listen to what we've talked about. You might have the same questions that a classmate had, so please go in and look at the archive session. Other things that we will be looking at this week in our course of study is the Industrial Revolution and the impact that had on particularly Western Europe, and then the way that the Industrial Revolution built a kind of a monetary base and a commercial kind of a force that kind of drove imperialism, and it drove the Europeans into looking for new markets and new materials. So those two things are going to go hand in hand this week, is the role of industrialism and then the expansion into foreign lands, looking for new markets to sell these products and looking for places to get new raw materials from. So they're the two big topics we're doing this week: industrialism and the imperialism. I look forward to talking with you more this Thursday in our WIMBA session, and I hope this is a good little introduction to what you're going to be doing this week. Make sure that when you're writing your primary source papers and when you're doing the discussion board, you are utilizing those web links that I've put up there for you. There's not too many there, so please make the effort to get into the web links and check out the material there that's for you. I look forward to hearing from you, and enjoy your first micro lecture. Have a great week, guys.